What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sisters. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sisters. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sisters fans, wow, what a cliffhanger to last week's episode. And given the fact that the Haves and the Have-Nots is off the air until the fall, you can expect me to do my sister videos in a more timely fashion. So tonight's the 11th, so basically put it this way, you can expect sister videos from tonight's episode before the 17th, just to put that out there. Also, do me a favor, make sure you follow the lovely Crystal Lee Naomi on social media. I will leave a link to her Instagram in the top comment, trying to help her get to 6,000 followers on Instagram. We need about 131 people to get there, and I know we can make it happen. And for this particular video, let's shoot for a goal of, I'm going to be ambitious here, 200 likes, 200 likes. And if you are new, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content. Links to my social media are in the description box below. Is anyone going to be there to save Maurice? Maurice, my bad. See, I've already done like 3 Maurice related videos, so Maurice, no. Maurice, yes. We know that him and Alonzo got into it at the end of the last episode. Basically, Alonzo wanted to meet with Maurice and pretty much assault him for men like him, like Maurice, making straight black men look bad, which led to a fight. And I think it ended with them, like, you know, going at it in the parking lot and then ended up in the bushes as of the preview. So the question is, do you think, well, excuse me, well, 2 questions actually, because I did a video on this already about will Alonzo kill Maurice? But then also the question of, is anybody going to show up and help? I'm going to be honest here. Kind of like the whole Andy situation with Maurice, I theorize that Gary might be the one. Either Gary or possibly one of the valets will show up to help her. And we know that Gary showed up and saved Andy. In this situation, I would have liked it if, let's say, Calvin was the one that showed up and helped Maurice. But I think that based on the conversation between Sabrina and Maurice during the last episode, you know, at the bank, when Maurice was about to go and Sabrina was really showing concern. I think, didn't Sabrina leave the club that she was at? Where she saw like Calvin on stage and everything. I'm thinking that Sabrina might come across Maurice. Now, I don't know if Alonzo is going to kill him, not as so much as beat him into the dirt. So maybe Sabrina will find Maurice, you know, knocked out, very hurt, and then hopefully, you know, call 911 in time to save him. So I think in terms of the person who's going to come across Maurice, it's probably going to be Sabrina, sadly, because I would hate for her to see a friend like that. And also the guilt trip of, this is my fault. Okay, let me put it this way. Should she have given his number to Alonzo? No. I mean, obviously, because he was flirting with her, and you gave her your friend's number who happened to be a male. So that was mistake number 1 at best. And it's like you want to get back at Maurice for embarrassing you in your own place with Calvin and your other friend. But you can also, the one thing I will admit about the latest episode of Sisters, it's hard to point the finger at whose fault is who. Like, do I blame this person? And it's like, well, this person tried to warn them about not doing something, but they did it anyway. Kind of like the whole Gary and Andy telling her not to go out with Maurice, but she did anyway. But even though Gary didn't specifically say why. And then in this situation, it's like, well, Sabrina kept warning Maurice. Is like, didn't he say he's married? Well, yeah, I think he mentioned that. So you're going to hang out with him anyway? Yeah, I know when a man is flirting with. I know I can't really do a good Maurice impression despite him being my favorite character on the show. It's just like, yeah, I don't think he should have went. I really don't think he should have went to meet with him, regardless of, you know, whether or not it was just hanging out. Because of the fact that if he said he was married, that's flag number 1. You're pretty much pulling an Andy and a Karen, but at least in Karen's case, Aaron was very adamant about divorcing his wife. So I feel like when it comes down to it, I don't think Maurice is dead. If he's dead, that would be a bad move on Tyler Perry's part, because I would honestly dock the series, because my favorite character is dead right then and there. But I will say that Tyler Perry is doing a decent job of writing in real world things in the show lately, like the importance of ladies. Well, honestly, not just ladies, but people and men. Lock your doors when you're in your car, especially if it's nighttime, you're at the back of the parking lot, you know, that kind of thing. Lock your doors. On top of that, the hate crimes going on in this, you know, in the country today, in regards to not just, you know, those of a different sexual orientation, but also those of, you know, different races and political beliefs. And it's sad to see this stuff play out, but I will say that Tyler Perry, look guys, regardless of, you know, what I say about the writing quality and this and that, there is a message in his writing, which I do appreciate. So I will say that kudos to him on that. It is sad to see Maurice go through what he's going through in this episode, but I don't think he's dead. I think that either Sabrina or somebody will come to save him, but this is jacked up. If anything, so believe it or not, you know, Maurice might get banged up physically, you know, from the assault, but I think that Sabrina is going to be the one who feels the most guilty about it. Possibly, sad to say, this might actually bring her and Calvin closer together, because Calvin and Maurice are friends. So I imagine if he finds out about what happened, he would go to visit in the hospital, and then him and Sabrina will have a, well, sadly awkward reunion, just for the sake of making sure Maurice is okay. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think is going to happen in tonight's episode? Will Maurice get killed? Will somebody find him in time to hopefully call 911? And will this potentially lead to Sabrina and Calvin getting back together? So make sure you subscribe. I've already done my social media plugs at the beginning. And like I said before, I will leave a link to Crystal Lee Naomi's Instagram in the top comment.